Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Team N54 Filled 0 to 60. So today, I'm finally going to take my car for a drive. God, it's been like a week sitting in here dormant. Now, because I'm actually going to go and use it again, I did leave it on charge overnight to 12.7 volts. It must be trickling. But anyway, I wanted to charge the battery up. We're going to take it out, give it a run with the B58 coils. I'm going to run it without the engine cover. It's just a little bit too close on the coils with all the shit. Woo! Just a little bit too close with all the foam in there. We'll see what the noise is like, but I do need to... I like engine covers, so I want to get it back on just to quieten the injectors down, but we'll worry about making it work with those coils later. But for now, let's see if it'll start up. I suppose we'll take the battery charger off. Oh, looking forward to getting it out and giving the floor a clean. What a mess. Right. And if anyone's wondering, the reason my battery goes flat, I have a Wi-Fi hotspot in here that runs 24/7. I'll also put one of those dash cams in, which has Wi-Fi, so I can remote in and check on my car when it's parked 3 meters away from where I sleep. Yeah, silly, I know, but yeah, so it does drain the battery if it's just sitting for a few days. Anyway, should be nice and fresh now. Like I bought one. All right, I'll get it out and we'll go get some fuel because we are low on fuel. I should have said yesterday I did flash MHD with the B58 coil option. Just so that it's set up for the coils properly, I guess. But it's going to be hard to pick it up on the GoPro, but I think the idle sounds different. I don't think the idle sounds as smooth as it did before. Hope there's nothing wrong with it. The last time I had a funny idle was when I lost compression on cylinder 4, so let's really hope that's not happened again. Comment below, what do you think? Does that sound normal or does she sound rough? Alright, so I've got the JB4 so I can do some logging, well, JB4 phone, so I can do some logging, and I've also got my draggy to make sure this thing isn't any slower than it was before. Basically with the logging, I just want to see if timing corrections are improved with those B58 coils, or any worse. Obviously, hopefully you saw the video, but I did the crimping on the wiring on these coils, and it's not great, so hopefully we don't have any issues there. Yeah, steering did not clonk when I was backing it out of the shed. Doesn't really feel... It's always hard on this gravel road, but it actually don't feel too bad. Brakes have now had a full flush with Super .4 brake fluid. The brake fluid I used when I installed the brakes was just some El Cheapo stuff that we had left over from the dirt bikes. It was a .4, but it wasn't a performance or a good fluid. Shift felt a little funny then. Anyway, steering feels good. Maybe it does feel better. Could be placebo. Could be placebo, who knows. All right, I'm gonna go get this filled up with a full tank of E70 fuel and we will do some tests. See you shortly. All right guys, so been driving it for a little bit, just put a fresh tank of fuel in it. We're running E72 ethanol mix, which is slightly higher than normal, but we'll just see what it does. We'll give it its first roll on. So apart from getting a bit of wheel spin, felt pretty normal. 60 to 120 was 2.9 with wheel spin. Oh god. Oh, big pothole that I could not avoid. It was more of a crater, about the size of a car. We'll try that again. We'll see if we can get the 60 to 120 a little bit better. We'll just see, we'll just see. I suppose we should start from under 60. Again. Traction is a problem. A big problem. Alright, I'm going to do some logs. It feels okay. It doesn't feel significantly different from what it did before with the original coils. Brakes. I think the brakes feel a bit better with the new fluid. Could be placebo. Yeah, alright, let's do some logs. Alright, so I didn't film a log. It just wasn't a great road to be logging on. And I want to concentrate on driving. Sorry, guys. But car felt really strong. I short shifted 3rd to 4th, which we'll see hopefully in the log as soon as it loads. Okay, and I'll overlay what I'm looking at on the screen right now. See, you can see the way the RPM's climbing. It was a pretty shitty road. It's just wheel spinning. So we haven't got a steady RPM rise, unfortunately. But timing, which is what we were here to look at. Ooh, apart from cylinder, what cylinder is it? It's the red line. Cylinder 1, ignition 1. Timing dips a little bit, and then cylinder 3. No, not cylinder 3. What is it? Oh, I can't read this thing. Cylinder 5. So 1 and 5 have a few little corrections on that 3rd gear pull. 4th cylinder 3 drops significantly post shift, but you'll get weird stuff like that. That's my first pull with these coils. Might go and do another one. We'll see if it cleans up a little bit. I'm still annoyed about boost. We don't get proper boost. I think the turbos are dead. But I also did a 100 to 200 in that little log, and when I'm doing logs, because I roll on in 3rd at low RPMs, you're way out of your power band and it labours it up a little bit. It's not the fastest way to do a 1 to 2, but it still did a 6.1. So it's a pretty quick 1 to 2. I'm going to do another log. You'll see me in a little while, and we'll see if the timing cleans up even more. That was not good. Alright guys, I've done a couple more logs. I actually reset idle adaptations as well in MHD. The car doesn't feel as smooth at low RPMs as it used to. Well, I don't think so. I could be confused. I didn't drive this car for a week, but after reset, actually I reset idle adaptations and Vanos adaptations. It smoothed out the shifting in the most aggressive mode. When I've been driving this car with the new coils, it was shifting super aggressively in sport mode, like thudding into gear. Fine at wide open throttle, but like between 2,000 to 5,000 RPM, it's quite a thud, almost like SMG worthy. But resetting, I reckon it's Vanos. Resetting Vanos adaptations has fixed that thud. The idle still feels a little rough. I'll turn the AC right off. We do, I mean, it's idling at 800 RPM-ish. Maybe, I always doubt my work, so I'm expecting those crimped connectors on the B58 coils to be a problem. But moving forwards, the car feels stronger. I did another 3rd gear log. So this, what you can see here is just 3rd gear. And obviously this is going up through the RPM range. These spikes, the little peaks going up the line is wheel spin. Like you can see there, it's had a pretty aggressive wheel spin at the top of 3rd gear. It'd be interesting to know the road speed. It's probably about 150 kilometers an hour. It's braking the rear tires loose at 6,700 RPM. And obviously if the engine's getting loaded and unloaded as the tires break loose, it's going to affect how smooth it can put the timing down. But the timing does look clean. I mean, that's a pretty damn clean, the timing lines of these ones down the bottom. Cylinder 2 drops off after this it's the 3rd wheel spin at about 25 PSI at 5,800 RPM. It loses a little bit of timing, but yeah, it does feel stronger. I've never had so much wheel spin issues on the street trying to do logs. Pretty crazy. I might have to put the better tires on to actually log this thing properly or fairly. But yeah, it does feel quicker. It does feel quicker. My 60 to 120 times are not quicker because it's spinning too aggressively. But we know that's an issue. If you get too much power, your 60 to 120s really suffer. Yeah, as I said in that last little clip, I did do a 1 to 2 in a log, and it was a 6.1 second 1 to 2. It's 23.5 degrees outside at the moment, so it's pretty warm weather for a 1 to 2. And doing a 1 to 2 inside a log is always slower than a proper dedicated 1 to 2 run. So I'm pretty happy with the performance side of it. I didn't intend on doing that 1 to 2 when I did it, but the car was just getting down the track so quickly. I had enough room to get up to 200 and then brake safely. So look, I'm not going to have a definitive answer for you on the B58 coils. Did you just hear it splutter? I swear it just spluttered. I think my idle is not as smooth as it used to be. I hope I haven't lost compression on a cylinder or something. Anyway, look, I'm going to end off here. If I can get up early enough tomorrow, I might go and do some dedicated 1-to-2 testing at the track before we go to roll racing in some nice cold weather, because soon we're going to be heating up and fast times are going to be out the window for another 6 months because it just gets too hot. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Oh, steering. The steering feels definitely better. I cannot believe I didn't adjust that rack sooner. That has made a similar difference, I probably shouldn't say this, a similar difference as fitting the M3 arms. It's really tightened up the steering, which is good, and no knocks. Been driving around all day, may have been to my favourite fast food restaurant to get a coffee, and yeah, parking it, no more knocks. It's sweet. So we have fixed one problem. I'm still just questioning the quality of my crimping on those B58 coils. It's got to be better. It has to be better. The other thing that's playing on my mind as well is, should I change the spark plugs? Because I've got quite a small gap. Would it be better with a bigger gap? Now I've got a stronger ignition coil. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts below. Let's make this thing fast. I'd really like to see like a mid 5.5, 100 to 200. Now we've got the DCT. That would be pretty cool on the 17T turbos. That'd be a fast 17T car. All right. And it is roll racing. Weather's looking good. Hopefully we don't break for rolls. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. And I've just got a little bit to add on to this video. I did another couple of logs on the way home, just checking a few things. And the timing does seem to be cleaner. So actually, we'll go back to this one. My computer loads. So these two logs that you're about to see on the screen, they are the same map. This log has E70 fuel, but aside from that, it's the same tune. I think this is actually colder conditions, and you can see how my timing is here. Now, this is what I ended up leaving to do roll racing with last time. So it's not the cleanest timing out there, but I was okay with it. And today, a very similar log, again, same map, we have got slightly cleaner timing. And looking at it, you can see it peaks at just under 10 degrees. It's actually 9.7 degrees for a little bit longer, where this version with the other coils, it struggles to get up to that same mark. Yeah, the B58 coils have definitely cleaned up timing, unequivocally. That's probably why it feels a little bit stronger, I guess. I'm still a bit perplexed with the slightly rough idle sound. Maybe I haven't been paying attention to it since I adjusted the idle up to 800 RPM. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if I'm just paranoid. I don't think I'm down a cylinder, but yeah, it just doesn't sound as nice as it used to. Anyway, guys, just thought I'd add that bit on. It's like the B58 coils are better. Who would have thought? All right, catch you on the next one. Peace.